Hey, you like the stock market? What a coincidence. So do I. In fact, this is my reoccurring Monday real life stock review where I look at stocks that you requested and go through the analysis and see what's shaping up. Let's dive in together right now. Hey traders from around the globe. It's Jeremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing truly serendipitously wonderful. The market is alive and kicking today. Straight up Bull City. And you had yourself some great trading opportunities today. This was a great gap. I mean, you're talking about clearing so many of these candles. And not only that, you have to remember this is the first of the month. So you have a gap on a daily, you have a gap on a weekly, and you have a gap on a monthly, which makes this a very strong move. So I do expect us to continue higher from here, and most likely, yes, this gap will eventually fill, but I can see something kind of like this probably procuring itself. Again, a buy the dip opportunity, pretty much without question, in my opinion, from here. Strong trend. Looks like we're going to keep going. Don't fight it. Trend is your friend. Here's a 5-minute chart on the SPY, and this is a trade that we were talking about this morning in the day trading room. And it was pretty simple. You had a tweezer top in the first 5-minute chart. So tweezer top, exactly the same highs. So once this candle came in, big bullish candle right there, it's like, okay, buy the dip. That's the breakout. Look at that volume. Incredible volume. I mean, if you're going to use the word confirmation, that's about as confirmed as you can get. And so it's just buy the dip from there. So 284.78 by 284. This is supposed to be 28. I don't know why it says 29. But that was going to be just a decent trade. 50 cents of risk would have been great for some option traders. Had a lot of option traders make some good money on the SPY today. So yeah, that was a beautiful, gorgeous, cute little move on the SPY. And the Qs, I mean, good grief. Up 1.3. This kind of kept going all day. And yes, I do think we could easily continue. Now, can we have a big bearish day tomorrow? Absolutely. In this market, anything is possible, but I think we're going to just slowly pitter-patter higher, eventually filling this gap, but I don't know when. So until that happens, we will see. I do leave for Greece on Thursday. So you will get one more stock review from me, and then potentially towards the end of the week and next week, some of the other traders from Real Life Trading might give you guys some videos depending on their work schedule and life schedule. But all I can see right now is bull, 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 buy the dip, looking good. Speaking of bullish, so we are in Alaska Airlines bullish from a swing trade that we got triggered in on yesterday being Friday. And just a nice little move on Alaska. Good inside candle on the 28th. Beautiful doji on the 26th. Nice little double bottom. Good close, good volume. Hoping that one retests and trades a little bit higher. We're also in bearish on Monster, MNST, which I love today's candle. Love the close, love the volume. Pretty much everything about that looks nice. So we're up right about an R on Monster. So I'm hoping that it can come down into this gap over the next 2 to 3 days and we can make that into a good trade. Roku was the gap of the day. And I'm actually going to bring in some analysis that I did on Friday. That's right, this past Friday on Roku in the afternoon swing trading room.
I think that one works. Roku, same thing. So we're down very small on Roku, and I have 2 lines that we're going to pretty much find out on Monday. If Roku gaps up on Monday, it's going to fly, and I might even exit on Monday and then day trade it Monday morning. Monday morning, which Monday is the Mentorship Monday, by the way. So if we gap up on Roku, I kind of will expect a little bit of a fly higher on Monday. If we don't, that's fine. But it's really that pivotal spot where the weekly is kind of it's almost a joke bullish. I mean, look how bullish that is. But it's a little on the extended side. So if we get some gap fills or some bearish momentum, Roku could begin to work, maybe. And then
so based on that analysis, this morning today was Mentorship Monday. We pulled up Roku, and a lot of traders just straight up wrecked Roku. I mean, look at the first 5-minute candle. It's my favorite hammer candle possible. That's my favorite hammer. A little bit of a small upper shadow, entry there, stop there, goodbye. Bullish gap and go, perfect move. Feel free to print out this chart and that setup because it is classic. Really nice move. Another trade that we took officially, we took Activision Blizzard ATVI, and we did one on this trade. So a small win, but it was a good win. Played it early this morning, again, pretty much based on that little breakout over there on ATVI. Right now, you're just kind of hitting the 100 simple on the daily chart, so that's a little bit of a resistance. But I do think the bottom is in on Activision. I've been talking about that since the 15th of February, and that was back here. So once this bottom came in and this gap up with all that volume came in on the 15th, I was like, yeah, I think this is it. We shouldn't really go any lower than this. So we'll see. NVIDIA, so bullish on NVIDIA. I love this gap. I love the gap out of here. There's a lot of traders, a lot of real-life traders in bullish on NVIDIA with all kinds of setups. Shares, leaps, this out-of-the-money debit spread, put sales, just I love this gap. I love the trend. I love the volume. I love the breakout of the triangle pattern. I like the fact that we're above all the moving averages on the daily. They have a good angle. I think NVIDIA is going to go higher, so make sure you're bullish on NVIDIA on kind of a 2 to 3 month perspective and time frame. We missed BlackBerry. I had a bearish day trade set up on BlackBerry. We missed it by a penny. That's right, 1 American cent. Entry was right here. Once it broke below the low of this candle, our entry was $10. Was it $10? Sorry, $9.80 by $10. That was the entry. High of this candle, $9.79. So it would have been good for about an hour. Wouldn't have been much more than that, but nice little breakdown on BlackBerry. Probably does come down to continue filling that gap. We'll be sending out an IPO article very soon on Lyft, but I am not shocked nor surprised that Lyft is going to continue most likely going down a little bit more. And I think I had 2 more to look at. Yes, Chipotle. So CMG, just making money moves. This burrito company, it is a burrito company, right? $705 a share, bullish gap and go on earnings, just perfect gap and go in every fashion of the word. Solid move. And a lot of traders were asking about getting in bearish in this one. I don't know. It's entirely up to you. I mean, it certainly could go down some more. But this is the accumulation pattern on Chipotle. So Chipotle has had its retest. It's had its pullback. And this is the run. So I think it's a matter of time before it makes new all-time highs. And we're talking about 2010 and 2016. CMG was one of the hottest stocks on the entire market. So you have this massive invert head and shoulders pattern down here. I mean, I wouldn't be bearish on Chipotle, guys. I would be, even if you just buy 1 share of CMG, you could probably pay for a few weeks or months worth of burrito action in the next few months, right? I mean, $100 a share, you know, it goes up to $800. 1 share, it's $100. I don't know, $100 worth of burritos. Think about it. Anyway, that's CMG. And last on the list that I had requested was my boy Aubrey Tianello, who will be in Greece with me as of next week on the boat, cruising around. Teladoc Health, ticker symbol TDOC. This is the weekly chart, and the 100 simple on the weekly is 48.29. So what we have here is a really nice extension, beautiful move, and the wave count on this one's tricky, but I'd say some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is most likely 2, 3. Sorry, bad drawing. So some type of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big corrective cycle, and that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. Here's an ABC. So we probably trade down to about 49.20. Maybe a little bit lower than that, into this zone. It's like 47-ish area, just to make sure people are nice and stopped out, because the daily chart does look a little on the rough side. You have what appears to be Little mini head and shoulders pattern here. Boom, 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 boom. Close below. We've kind of retested. Volume has been picking up. Moving averages are bearish. So yeah, I think Teladoc is going to go a little bit lower just to make sure it stops everyone out who has some weak hands. Gets down to this support area around 47 and then potentially bounce off the 100 simple on a weekly chart. But that's my thoughts, at least on Teladoc. I said last but not least, but here's AMD. Congratulations to Joe Sidoti, John Salvio, Drake Russell, a few other traders. We were watching AMD most of the morning, and it was a beautiful gap. Had a weekly options newsletter trade to get in on AMD, and I missed that exact setup by about 9 cents. However, a lot of traders did get filled, and they did get in early. Chief, shout-outs to you, getting in on the 27th of March, which makes sense because that was the pullback to the 20. So AMD looks pretty. Donna asked me earlier today what's a realistic, reasonable target for AMD on a swing trade level, and I think $31 by mid-May makes tons of sense to me. So nice gap, good lower shadow. Here's the 5-minute chart. I mean, look at this bounce off the 10 over here. So easy, very pretty. And this one's for Robbie, Puma Biotech, PBYI. So with Puma, this one was a retest gap down on the daily chart, and it just never realistically gave any kind of good signals. Never closed below this candle. So this was, I mean, a Marubozu bullish candle. So once this candle, here's your tweezer bottom, right? Tweezer bottom, very, very strong reversal signal, 34 bucks. And then you get a very good bullish candle. So we haven't hit the 10 yet. Kind of an okay bullish candle. Here's your evening star reversal. So if you're going to short it, you're going to short below the low of the 905 central 1005 candles. Your entry is going to be here. Stop's going to be above the 10, maybe at 35.65. So it's going to be 34.75 by 35. Let's call it 35.75. So $1 stop. And then once the bullish candle comes in, this guy, that's a very strong Marubozu bullish candle with volume. So once that comes in, I mean, most likely it's not going to go down. So now you're just looking for a close below the low of that candle. And you can actually see that some traders who didn't wait for a close right there, hopped in bearish, actually got trapped on Puma as it kind of threw in a little bit of a bullish run for a short time frame. So anyway, that was Puma Biotech on the gap down. It also traded into the 50 EMA on the daily chart, so a little bit of a support. It is kind of, ironically enough, and somewhat of a bullish trend, bouncing off some of these moving averages on the daily and the weekly chart. A lot of good stuff out there. I'm trying to think if there's any credit spreads. Cron. So there's a few people in this bear call spread, 2250, 2350. Facebook, ticker symbol FB, was up decent today. But again, at some point, if the market does have a retracement, potentially, then Facebook might join that as well. Got the Condor on Facebook, 177.5, 181 through the 250, 150, expiring in April. Options expire on April 18th, ladies and gentlemen, because the U.S. stock market is closed on the 19th of April. So just keep that in mind. I'll see you again on Wednesday. Get all the requests you can in between now and Wednesday, because that will be my last stock review for a bit, as I will be cruising over into the Mediterranean, literally and figuratively. All right, folks, you rock. I'll see you later. And until next time, love life, and trade it. Bye.